Welcome back, YouTube. General Soul back with Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster, and we are finally in Ginza, which apparently is under the rule of the Assembly of Nelio. What if I want to make all the trouble? Did you ever think about that? I mean, didn't think about that. Alright, so there's a north wing and a west wing intersected by the fountain. Well, this must be the fountain. Alright, different exits as well. So we got the Fountain of Life here. Nobody needs to be healed. And she's not going to say anything different, so just kind of getting it for the map. Okay. So I want to go this path first. What you got to say? Oh, the Cathedral of Shadows has a new sacrificial fusion. We will go over that in a little bit. Alright, what do we got? We got a chest and a spirit. You're excused. Did you fart? Rags jewelry. So they will trade stuff for gems. And we've got a few gems. And they do have some good stuff that they will trade for gems. So I'll show that off here in a minute. Okay, that leads to the exit. What's inexcusable? Oh yeah? Well, did you actually think drunkards would have information? Yeah, so that leads outside into the overworld map, so. Okay, in here we got... Oh, hello. Okay, so what does Matasushi do? Ah, so the Assembly of Nilo is trying to absorb Matasushi. Alright, alright. Speaking of which, I need to change my Megatama. I actually thought that I had switched over to the ice one. I didn't. So, I kind of like, after a minute, I'm like, wait. Why am I still on my original one? What the fuck? Why are we whispering? Oh, there's a back door. So Nyx has a back door, huh? Okay, that is all we can do on this wing of Ginza. So let's go back through, and let's take this other door. And right straight ahead is Rags Jewelers. So let's go check this out.
Welcome to Rags Jewelry. You smell strongly of gems. You've come to the right place. Welcome.
So as you can see, we can get Mitamas for some jewelry. Mitamas are some demons that we can then use to make special fusions. Same with elements. They can be used to make stronger demon fusions. So we can right now get an Equans, which is the water. We have faced the air and the earth one. We have not seen the fire one. His items, he's got some very useful items, but I'm not interested in that. I'm going to hold off on buying an element for a little bit, but I want to kind of build up some more gems. Okay, World of Stillness, cool. Ah, so they're about logic. Okay, okay, I can get with that. A human commander, who could that be? Does that sound like someone we know? A human commander. Alright, that's Nyx's bar. Alright, got anything interesting to say? Okay, so So right there, you just say, "Oh, they're too heavy-handed," but at least the demons aren't trying to kill everyone. A maiden. They have a maiden, as in a teacher. So we need to go over there. What's up? Well, I heard you had a back door. Yeah, we did. Sure. Right outside. Okay. Maybe used to. Okay. You gonna show me your back door if it doesn't work out? Who are you? Oh, you're Loki. Well, I didn't think I'd find a purple man half naked. Alright, what's through here? What? What? Oh. You mean I can't just go exploring your room? Do you believe in privacy? You don't know JRPG rules, do you? Hell, for that, you don't know video game rules. Alright, so... I don't know. Oh. So he might have something valuable in his room. I see. Alright, so that's the... Okay. I see. Southwest of Ginza in the Shield Dome. Okay. Good information. That leads to the exit. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, 2 Apsaris! We need these. Alright. So, need to get one out of the way. They are weak to fire. Alright, let's talk. Yes, I did. Okay. Sure. 21? At least it won 22. Yeah, it's quite a delicacy, isn't it? You could have more if you joined me. Just a little bit. 14 this time. Hey, what the fuck? What? What? How do you know? You cunt. And for any women who's going to get mad and try and say, well, you shouldn't call her that. If you don't want to be called one, don't be one. Alright, so that leads out. So before we leave, there are 3 demons that I do want to get around here. One is at Apsaris. There are 2 more that we can get. Plus, I also want to show you a demon fusion. And what I'm doing right now is I am trying to get it to... It's a Katagushi or something like that, but I never can remember the exact pronunciation, so I'm just going to call it the moon. What's in the top left? I'm just going to call it a moon. I know it's not a moon, but I'm going to call it a moon because I can never remember the exact pronunciation of what it is. But I'm going to wait for that to be full. If you want to do a sacrificial fusion, it needs to be full. I'm not going to do a sacrificial, but I am going to fuse some demons together. And I really am looking at taking the game off of Merciful because look how bad that encounter rate is.
Successfully developed a new fusion technique. Let's call it sacrificial fusion. Besides the 2 demons that are fused, an additional demon is sacrificed in the process. The strength of the resulting demon will reflect the level of the demon that was sacrificed. Also, in some cases, you may end up with a completely different demon than you expected. I recommend that you experiment with various combinations. However, be forewarned that this type of fusion harnesses the chaotic power of Kagutsuchi. Therefore, it can only be performed when it shines at its brightest. Why don't you give it a try next time? Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
Alright, so we're finally going to do a fusion. The sad part is I want to use like Kodama and Hoapa, but they make let's say I want to use Shikigami, and I'm like, ooh, I could make a Jack Frost, but I can get a Jack Frost in this area. Inugami I'm very much looking at, though. But yeah, Hoapa and a Kodama will make that Earth Elemental Aerthis. I almost made a Zen. We could have ran into a Zen out in the open overworld map, but I really am thinking of taking this game off of Merciful, putting it on normal so that at least increases the encounter rate. I almost did make a Zen, but I really got to where, when I was thinking about it, I was like, I really don't want this one. I'll need to make it eventually. I kind of would need to go back and try and get some of these monsters that I am fusing to fuse some of the weaker monsters or demons. So the bee corn is too high level for me to make. I need one more level, but I'm very much looking at Inugami, and I do end up making an Inugami, and my Inugami is pretty fucking awesome. So we want the Shibadu, and we definitely want Secunda. Reason we want those. There is a mini boss that's coming up that is susceptible to being held with the Shibadu, and it will make that boss fight so much easier. We want the Secunda because the big spike in difficulty boss that I've been talking about is coming up soon, and we will need that. So this would, if I didn't already have it, pop the trophy for doing my first demon fusion. There is another trophy for doing 50 demon fusions. So I'm not sure how many I had done on any previous playthroughs. I honestly haven't gone too far. Honestly, I haven't gone too much further than this since I bought this game. But because we're not going to run into the big power spike boss just yet. Not in this video, not in the next video, but possibly the next. And if I cannot beat him, this walkthrough is not happening. Very much to the point that I am considering keeping the difficulty on Merciful, or at least if I do go to normal, switching it back to Merciful just before I fight him. That's how hard he is. Alright, so we got a new monster here, basically just a harder version of a Petra, or Preta, or whatever it is. It is, again, just like the Petras, too stupid to be able to be bargained with, so to get one you either need to make it or it has to offer to join you. So right there I just showed that I tried to talk to it, and it's too stupid to know what's going on. Alright, so we got a level up there. Yeah, I've been putting most of my points into strength, mostly because all I've really been doing is getting physical attacks. But we're about to change that, and that's whenever I realized, wait, I thought I switched to my ice one. What the fuck? So I do end up switching back to the ice Megatama. So considering, I'm very much considering, do I want to make the Aerthis? I will need to make everything, or at least get everything on my party at least once. I do not make it now. Here's another new monster. It is another one that is too stupid to negotiate. One thing I can tell you is now that we've gone through the Amala network, we can use the Amala network to teleport to previous sections like Shibuya or even the Shinjuku Medical Center. So if you do want to go back and try and get some of the demons from there, you can. And I have been considering going back trying to get some of those demons to make other demons. Okay, here's an Apsaris. You go away. Let's have a chat. Yes. You shall join me. I can give you 150 Maka. You want a Lifestone? I've got a Lifestone too. You say you're not that cheap and then you just want 80 more. We got her. Alright, we have an Apsaris on our team. Yes. Alright, now with an Apsaris, I'm going to take, I think Huapo is done with her skills. Let me verify that. Yeah, she's learned everything. We're done with Huapa and we're done with Kodama. I'm just sitting there like, do I really want to make an element with them? So definitely we want to at least keep enough demons in our party that we have a full monster list here. Alright. I'm going to see if I can get... No, let's go ahead and see if we can get to the Assembly of Nilo. I would have liked to have gotten one of the other demons, but they're not spawning right now, or they're at least not running into battles with me. Alright, so this is Ginza right here. For where Shiburu is, it's right here, this little dome here. What you got to say? Uh-huh. Okay, so that's where Nilo is. Alright. Well, let's go say hi to our teacher. What? I know. I seek silence and a meeting with the teacher. Why not? And if I don't want to? Oh, you're just going to force me. Fuck. Oh, well, Nix did say if we aren't able to get in to go back and see her, so I guess let's go back to Nix. Anyway. Alright, head back towards the fountain. Yeah, I do think, other than the difficulty spike boss, I think I might want to put the difficulty back on normal. I kind of want to get into a fight before I go in there to see Nix, see what we get here. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh! Jack Frost. Okay, that's one of the remaining two that I want. Kill you, and oh, you can't talk. Okay, kill the Apsaris. Can you talk? Okay, seduce him. And Jack Frost, for those who do not know, this is the mascot of Atlas. Just like how Slime is the mascot of Enix, Chocobo of Square, Mario for Nintendo. Jack Frost is the mascot for Atlas. Alright, what's your question? I think you want our last hope. I think that's what you want. Oh, I picked right. Whew. Alright, we got a Jack Frost. Alright. Alright, there's one more demon in this area that I would like to get, but we have not run into it yet. We have room for 2 demons. Yeah, you're going to need a little bit. Oh, by the way, Inugami, like Pixie and High Pixie, does evolve. So definitely not getting rid of Hypixie or Inugami, at least not the Inugami until he evolves. I don't think any of these other monsters evolve. You would think that Kodama evolves because there is a evolution called Sudama, but it doesn't seem to evolve. No, I couldn't. Well, you told me to. You also said I could see the back door. Yes, there is a reason. Yeah. Okay. Who's Ginza Tono? Leader of the demons in Ikebukuro. Okay. Well, I don't want to kill everybody. I just want to see my teacher. Great Underpass of Ginza, huh? Why am I going to need the luck? Anyway, I'm going to end the video here. So if you've enjoyed the walkthrough so far, drop a like. Feel free to subscribe for more. If you feel like making a donation to the cause, there's a link in the description to buy me a coffee. It is not required, but always appreciated. I'll see you guys next time.